Right now at 10 o'clock, storm damage across Indiana. How witnesses describe what it was like when a tree fell onto a moving car.
The state of Indiana doesn't know how much it costs to execute inmates on death row. Our IT mate is trying to figure out why.
And state lawmakers and the governor celebrate new laws that are designed to lower your health care bills. How you will pay less.
News 8 at 10 starts now.
And we start tonight with a busy afternoon of rain across the state. Take a look at this shelf cloud from our aviator drone as it pushed through the city earlier this evening.
And we also encountered heavy rain with powerful winds. It's taken down trees and power lines and thrown debris across roadways. We've got team coverage tonight. Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson tracked these storms as they moved across the state.
But first, we want to start with News 8's Danielle Zulkosky. She's been getting a look at the damage across the city. Danielle, where are you tonight?
Phil, Farron, I'm right here on Delaware Street, where just hours ago this tree behind me came down and it is still completely blocking the roadway on Delaware Street. Now, what we did learn is that it hit a passing car as it was driving by in the far right lane. That driver survived with no physical injuries, but they're obviously shaken up. Everyone involved says they know they were lucky it was just this. This is what the tree looked like shortly after crews cut away just enough branches so the driver could get his car out.
And the tree fell as he passed right here. Thank goodness he was in the far right lane, so it was just the branches of the tree that hit the top of his car. He was able to get out from the passenger side, and he's fine. Obviously pretty shaken up.
Neighborhood kids described the storm for us.
We couldn't really see through the windows. When we looked out, it was like it looked kind of blacked out outside, and I could see lightning.
Diane Day says she had the tree inspected recently, and it was healthy.
This linden tree must be, probably 150 years old. We have not had any problem with it before, and the whole tree is just absolutely tumbled over onto Delaware Street.
Some kids even suspect they heard the tree come down.
I heard the boom, and the boom sound like a tree fell down.
I looked out, and then a tree in my front yard, a branch of it fell down. I keep hearing like trees falling down.
Diane Day says she knows she's lucky. If the wind had gone the other way, this tree could have easily hit her home. I'm Danielle Zulkosky for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Danielle, thank you. Well, an Indianapolis firefighter is recovering after being electrocuted working nearing power lines. IFD says that the 29-year-old firefighter was on the roof of a one-story home using a chainsaw when he was electrocuted. They say he fell about 12 feet onto the ground in the backyard. Medics transported him in serious condition, but has since been upgraded to stable.
And check this out. This damage from Whiteland earlier. You can see a tree toppled over power lines blocking this Johnson County road. No injuries were reported from this incident. Meanwhile, this photo sent in by Carrie Ramirez. It shows a tree branch that crashed right into a kitchen. Ramirez says it's her uncle's house in Columbus. Multiple trees have been reported down in that area.
Well, the storms have knocked out power across the state, but crews, they are working to get the lights back on. Here are the current numbers. AES Indiana 51,000, Duke 47,000, Indiana Michigan Power 9,500. Well, and there's about 1,000 customers that are still without power across the state, according to the poweroutage.us. Many reporting that there's been at least 3 hours with no power.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson. You've been tracking this system since it moved through earlier this evening.
Yeah, we've been looking at this for about a week for the potential for some strong storms. I want to recap our storm reports that we've had so far across the region today. All of the white dots, really the wind damage, the wind reports. The tornadoes more concentrated back to the west. We did have some tornado warnings and a little bit of hail around here. We had a wind gust of 71 at the airport in Indy. 1.5-inch diameter hail near Alexandria. Near Bloomington, about a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust, and north of Muncie, 73. Very windy across our region. We still have some storms out there. These are not severe. south and east of Columbus, Greensburg, down towards Madison, Vienna, southeast of Seymour. We expected some redevelopment this evening. We've had some downpours, some thunder and lightning south and east. The big time storms now lined out to our east and south. Now back to the northwest, we still have a little bit of rain and thunder here, and some of this is going to pinwheel back in here later on tonight and tomorrow morning. So don't be surprised if you do have some additional wet weather here, but the rough stuff is done. A great sunset, great evening right now in Indy from our Speedway camera. Tranquil on the backside of the storms, and tomorrow we may have a little bit of rain at some point. Winds will be more from the northwest. It's going to be slightly less humid. Highs will be in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. You can see the activity pinwheeling away tonight, and still a little bit lingering tomorrow, but much different. And then we go big time into the heat for you weekend. More on that coming up.
All right, Keith, thank you very much. Hey, we have much more weather coverage online right now, including a photo gallery of storm damage. If you want to take a look, just grab your phone, scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to the As Seen On section of WishTV.com. We also have a photo galleries page as well. You can also submit your photos to us via email. It's at the bottom of your screen, photos@WishTV.com.